The Naked Gun trilogy is in my top 10 favorite films of all time. So when they announced that they were going to be doing this spiritual sequel slash reboot to the original trilogy, I got really excited. But what made this movie be one of my most anticipated films of the year is that they got Akiva Schaffer, who I think is one of the most underrated comedy directors that we have right now. He directed movies such as Hot Rod, Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping, which I think deserved so much more than it actually got. And a couple of years ago, he directed Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, which I thought was so much better than it had any right to be. Then they announced that Liam Neeson was going to be playing Frank Drebin Jr., and that just got me even more happy. I do think that Liam Neeson is great when it comes to comedy. Not just that 5-second cameo that he had in Ted 2, but also when he worked with Seth MacFarlane for the first time in A Million Ways to Die in the West. Now he's kind of reteaming with Seth MacFarlane, with him being a producer on the film. If there was any movie this year to absolutely just disappoint me, it would be this one, because the one thing that I really wanted this movie to do was capture the magic of the original trilogy. Nothing is ever going to touch those original trilogies. I can watch those at any given time and all the jokes still hit. Nobody does deadpan humor better than Leslie Nielsen. And I just wanted this movie to capture the magic of that original trilogy, and it did not disappoint me because this is the most fun that I've had in a comedy. Not since Jackass Forever have I left a movie just howling, laughing, and wanting to go back into the auditorium and watch it again because I just had so much fun. Akiva Schaffer knows the material that he has in his hands and he just rolls with it. With him being one of the Lonely Island guys, that trio right there know exactly how to handle comedy in the best way possible, and this movie just made me even more excited for Scary Movie 6, even though these are two completely different creative teams on completely different projects. The one thing that we all need right now is a great laugh. And if you just want to sit in an auditorium for 85 minutes and just laugh your ass off, you will be fully satisfied with this movie because it goes for the humor in the best way possible. Liam Neeson as Frank Drebin Jr., he makes this character his own. In a way, it feels like they wrote this movie with Liam Neeson in mind because there are a lot of parallels to Liam Neeson's life in here, where you have Frank Drebin Jr., who has given up on love. He doesn't want to find a relationship after his wife died, but then Pamela Anderson comes in and then changes his outlook on life. They start falling in love, and from the reports, I guess, are these two are actually in love, so it kind of has that parallel in there. But really, this movie is just fueled by its humor. Even though this movie has a plot, it's not really plot centric. Like, you could do anything in this movie, and if you just made me laugh for an 85 minutes, I will be severely happy because this is one of the most dumbest films of the year, but in the best way possible. Does the humor land every single time? Not specifically, but it hits more than it misses. And that's what I absolutely loved about this movie is the fact that it's a generic dumb movie. If you've seen the original trilogy, then this movie is going to be made for you because even though it doesn't rely too much on callbacks on the original, it still has the same magic as the original films. It has the same themes, it has the same jokes. The jokes in here are pretty juvenile. There are a lot of semen jokes, there's a lot of toilet humor in this movie, but it's done in a way where it's not forcing the humor on you. And the chemistry between Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson is absolutely fantastic. It is a dumb movie, and the jokes in here are very juvenile. If you are not into like the dirty jokes, or if you're not into the toilet humor jokes, this movie is probably not going to land for you. But if you are a fan of the original trilogy and you want this movie to have that same magic, I thought they struck gold with this movie because I thought there were a lot of gut busting laughs in this movie, and even the chemistry that Liam Neeson has with Paul Walter Hauser. I kind of wish the movie had a little bit more of them because I really enjoyed their dynamics. They don't have a lot of screen time together, but when they do, they strike magic and they know exactly what kind of movie it is. It's not trying to go for any Oscars. It's not trying to do more than what it was designed to do, is just make you laugh. If it made you laugh, that's the whole point about this movie. Don't go into this movie expecting a strong plot because you're not going to get it. Expect that you want to laugh throughout the entire movie, and I think you will come out satisfied. Is this going to end up being one of my favorite films of the year? Probably not, but I really enjoyed my time. And the fact that this movie is 85 minutes is just a piece of cake because I am somebody that just wants all my movies to be 90 minutes. Sometimes I can handle it a little bit longer, but the fact that this movie doesn't go too long, 85 minutes is perfect for this movie. But those are my thoughts on the latest Naked Gun movie. Have you guys checked it out? Are you planning on checking this film out? Go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments below and let me know. Do you enjoy the original trilogy?